Hey, welcome back to Cooking with Chef Puff. All right, today what we're going to be making, stuffed peppers, okay? So these are very delicious, very filling, and very simple to make with a couple of ingredients. I'm sure your friends and family would love them, all right? So without further ado, let's get to the seasonings and what I'll be using in the stuffed peppers. All right, these are the ingredients to make your stuffed peppers. Obviously, we have the peppers, which I'm going to clean, and I have to show you how to flatten them off so they'll sit straight up like this one. All right, they're all uneven on the bottom. We have rice, all right, and we have salt and pepper. I'm adding black beans to mine. We have one large onion. We got 1/4 cup of olive oil. Well, I'm using 2 cups instead of 1 cup because I want more meat in mine. I'm using 1 teaspoon of thyme. I'm using All right, let's start preparing these peppers. Okay, as you can see, this pepper does not stand up. We have to make it stand up. All right, so the only way to do that, you want to cut the bottom. There you go. Easy peasy. That's how easy this recipe is. All right, I can use this for something else later on for my scrambled eggs. Okay, now for the pepper itself, the insides. Now I want to keep the top, all right? So what I want to do, get my knife in there. It's on a slant. And just cut around the top. Now, these peppers are loaded with seeds. Now, what I usually do, I save the seeds. I save them, I dry them, and then I replant them and I grow more peppers. And now you have the insides here. The insides. All right, that's got to be removed. And it's just very simple. All right, now it's time to get the filling going here. So I got 1/4 cup of olive oil. It's going into the pot here, into the skillet, excuse me. All right, I got it in order how it's gonna go in, okay? And I'll review that with you. I made it so simple. Always good, like I said, to prep. Okay, olive oil first, onions, ground meat, tomato sauce, garlic, thyme, and black beans. And then you'll top it off with some salt and pepper to taste, okay? So I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit before I put the onions in. Whoops. All right, make sure I get all my oil out of there. All right. And there's one thing, as you notice, I do clean as I go when I cook. I clean and cook. Because when I want to sit down and eat, I don't want to be bothered with anything. I just want to eat my delicious food. All right? So she's starting to shimmer in right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my onions. Oh, my onions out of there. Now you want to cook these onions until they are soft. All right? Until they are so nice and soft. All right, I do have the flame on high, but I will reduce it. You know, it's nothing like the smell of onions being cooked in olive oil. It's just a nice fragrance. Yeah, I'll do this for a couple of minutes. All right. I got my ground meat on standby. All right. All right. I'm gonna let it cook for a few minutes, and once they get nice and soft, I shall return. All right. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna turn this heat down to like medium. Medium. All right, onions are nice and soft. All right, now I'm gonna add my ground meat to it. Get back in there. Now, what I'm going to do, I need to get this meat broken down. All right, and the onions incorporated. So, the best thing you could have in your kitchen is one of these. And just hop away. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn my heat down to low. If you don't have one of these, you can use a spoon or a fork. But this makes my life so much easier. Because I want this ground meat to be broken down. That. Give this a nice good mix with the meat. Yeah, as you see, there is quite a bit of oil in here. So I am going to drain some of this oil off, but not all of it. Not all of it. All right. Still got to get it to cook down. Man, now I want a hamburger now. Okay, now I'm going to continue to chop my meat up. My onions. See, that's what I was talking about, where I want my meat broken down. But with this recipe, like I said, I'm putting beans in mine. You can put anything you want in yours. Still gonna taste delicious. Still gonna taste delicious. All right. Okay. I'm gonna drain this off and leave some of the fat behind. And once this is done, we'll continue. Okay, I have drained off some of the fat. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add my tomato sauce. All right. Get my glove off. Turn the heat back up to like medium. Okay. Get that a nice good mix here. Nice incorporated. Only if y'all could smell this. This smells so damn delicious. Yes, indeed. Get all this incorporated. Okay, I'm gonna bump up the heat now to high. Basically, this is just about done. It takes a few minutes. But the most important thing, like I said, is prepping. Prepping is your best friend. All right, so you don't have to be running around looking for ingredients. Have it all right in front of you. Okay, now I'm gonna add my 1 garlic clove. Get that nice and mixed in. Okay, she's piping hot now. Now it's time to turn it back down to low. All right. All nice incorporated. Now I'm gonna add my thyme. This is 1 teaspoon of thyme. And my black beans. Oh my God. It's all incorporated. Don't forget, I still got the rice. Okay, now it's time to marry the rice with the filling. All right, and this is gonna be, like I said, this is gonna be very filling. All right, rice came out perfect. All right, get that out of the way. Now we're just gonna incorporate it into the rice. I'm sure you can guess that, like I said, this is going to be a hearty meal. And you can also, if you have leftover, I guess you can make with tacos, or throw some taco seasoning, some cilantro, or you can freeze it for a later date. Oh yeah. See how the rice just absorbed the majority of the sauce in here. All right. And we got one more, well, two more steps to do, which are really easy. Easy peasy. Now look at that. Oh, man. Oh. Like I said, you can throw anything in here that you want. Make it your own. Make it your own. I just throw the black beans. I like black beans. All right. That's looking pretty good right about there. These little chunks broken down. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this into another bowl, and once I do, I shall return. All right, it's time to start filling these peppers here. So, just take a spoon. That's all you gotta do. Take a spoon, and you want to pack them down. You want to get them nice and packed. I'm using a large spoon here, but I'm going to go switch over to a smaller spoon where I can pack down. All nice and packed down. Because like I said, this is a hearty meal. This is not an appetizer. This is a main dish. And you can also, what you can also do, you can take these, make them just like this with what I'm doing now, and stop here and freeze them for later dates. But we ain't doing that tonight, because we eating these tonight. I don't know if anybody ever wondered, well, how did I get the name of Chef Puff? Well, let me explain. I got two nephews, and they didn't like my name before, Cooking with Dave, so they gave me a name of Chef Puff. That's what they gave me, so I stuck with it. I did stick with it. Now you fill these all the way up to the top. All right, get them all the way to the top. Like, I cannot pack no more into this pepper. This pepper is full. And the weight on it, huh? All right. I don't know if I can eat one or two, but we're gonna be eating later, boy. Some good food. All right. Then you take the top. Now, if you wanted to, you can put cheese on the top if you wanted to. Okay. But I'm not doing cheese today. And then you just cap it. There you go. Just cap and set it to the side. All right, I'm going to finish up the rest, and I think I'm going to do 6, all right? So after I finish doing the 6 peppers, I'll be back for the final step. All right, last and final step, all right? So what I want to do, I want to get these in here where they will stand up and they will not fall. have to figure out, like, this one will be leaning on that one. Got that one there. We got this one here. You know, you can actually push them together. There we go. That'll work fine for me. Now, what I'm going to do now, I am going to add a half a cup or more of the sauce all around in here. All right. And that is done. Get rid of this. Oh. And now we're going to add half a cup, no, 1/4 cup of white wine. Let's get it spread all about in there. All right. So, that's all said and done. Now there's one last thing I have to do. Let me get all this out of the way. I need to wrap this tightly with aluminum foil. All right. And then after I wrap them tight with aluminum foil, then we're going to bake them in the oven. I'll give you the time when I return, but let me get this covered up and stay tuned. All right, I got it all nice and buttoned up here. A couple of sheets of aluminum foil to cover it up real nice. Okay, now I'm going to set the oven to 400 degrees for 20 minutes. Okay, that's all it's going to take. Or if it takes more, it takes more time. It depends on how soft you want your peppers to be. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm going to preheat this oven to 400 degrees and I shall return. All right, these stuffed peppers are done. And I just want to let you know, let me take the top off here. All right, she is basically really done. Now, with this here, I'm going to show you how easy. See that? See, it's that's what you're looking for. That tenderness. All right, there's no resistance of with the peppers. They are nice and tender. All right, it's heated all the way through. This is a meal in a meal, all right? But if you like this recipe, please give me thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell. Tell your friends and family about Cooking with Chef Puff, all right? So I'll definitely see you on the next video. And by the way, I already tasted one, and it is out of this world. You can't mess with this. This is a whole meal itself, all right? You don't even make no sides. This is it right here, all right? So without further ado, I'll see you guys on the next video.